Yes, sir. Welcome to Under the Hood Sports. I'm your host with the most, Johnny Hill. If you don't know me, you really should know me. Hey, man, I got a special athlete right now, in my presence. If you don't know her, you should know her. She is actually the second female athlete to ever come on Under the Hood Sports, and I'm truly am thankful for that. Let's talk about it. Let's go dive deep into it. What made you want to be a track athlete? Because off camera we talked a little bit about your other journeys with like
Mhm.
different sports, but
Right.
going deep, why did you choose track?
Um, that's a great question. I think I really let's say this from when I was younger, I always looked up to a very famous track runner named Florence Jordan,
Mhm.
Flojo, nickname. I loved her. Loved her image, loved who she was, loved her running, everything from the tip of the T to the bottom of the T. Like I loved all of it. So she was like my idol. And I was like, I can do that. Cool. So once I really started getting into running and really starting having like a passion behind it, it flew from there. Like after that it was just easy. Well,
Yeah,
not easy, but it was like you had to work for it in order for you to see the results. And I think that's why I kind of liked it because if you worked hard enough and you actually stick to the program, you're gonna see the results at the end, regardless of the fact.
yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can tell you very passionate when you talk about her. What did you like most about her as an athlete?
I think I like the fact that she was just very outgoing in a matter of how she ran, and she was just so for sure about herself, like how she ran, how she stood out outside of track, and how she always made an image about herself, whether it was her hair, whether it was her makeup, whether if it was her nails, her interviews, all of it. Like she was simple but complex at the same time
Mhm.
in both the running and off the track.
For sure.
Mhm.
Let's dive deep into this. When did you first start running? Was it
I did the first time I really started running was in AAU, and I don't wanna say that was in middle school, like 6th, 7th grade for real.
Mhm,
Um, but then I stopped because I didn't run for that long.
mhm,
I stopped, but I did another sport, so it still kept me occupied, but I really started running ninth grade year in high school. I started off running 100-meter dash. I got thrown into everything in high school.
yeah,
So, they put me in a 4x4, they put me in the 100-meter dash, they put me in the 200, and they put me in the 4x1 if I'm not mistaken. I don't
mm,
think I really touched hurdles until 10th grade year, and if I did touch hurdles my freshman year, it was 300 hurdles if I'm not mistaken.
really? Okay, okay, okay.
Mhm.
What
Yep.
high school did you go to?
I went to City University School of Liberal Arts, on Shelby Drive
Mhm.
across the street from Dixie Queen.
Facts, facts, for
Mhm.
sure. By the Dixie Queen, for sure.
Yeah, by Dixie Queen.
Okay, while you was there, your time there,
Mhm.
is that also where you took up dance as well?
I actually started dancing at a very young age. Like
Really?
I did dancing at the church actually. I started
Mm,
dancing at the church. I was kind of like had like my own little dance ministry going on
like
at the
so
children's
like
church. Like the children's church, we used to have a little dances, stuff like that. I used to be in stuff like that. I just randomly dance like by myself. Like that's really where it started at. Like it wasn't really no influence behind it. That really just
mhm,
came natural. And it didn't make it no better than my dad was a dancer too. Like
facts,
he
real,
did line dancing. He has rhythm like crazy. So little dances that he know he taught me. And that's really how I got into dancing.
that's amazing.
Mhm.
Okay, during your time in high school, how would you like to describe your career as an athlete doing track? What if you could describe it, what would you describe it as?
I can say complex, but also like chaotic. It got a little chaotic. I ain't gonna lie to you. It got a little chaotic because I
Yeah.
did so much. Like
Mhm.
I was never just sitting down. Like I did so much all the time.
Real. Did you what were some of the events that you ran while you was in high school?
Um, in high school,
Mhm.
I did in high school I did everything. When I say everything, I mean literally everything. For a year, for
Mhm.
one of the years, I did what is it called? I did the 4x8. The 4x8,
For real?
yes. I literally got thrown into the 4x8 one year, um, because they didn't have nobody else to do it. And I was really, I'm not gonna say I was really cool with my coach, but my coach could trust me to be a team player and actually do what was needed for the
Uh,
team, regardless of the event. I think she knew not to push it back, not to push it past two laps though, because 2 laps is really crazy back then. I don't even know why I
yeah.
did it to this day, but I did it. I did the 4x8. That was the most craziest thing I did. But yeah, that was one of the events. I did 4x4, 4x1, 4x2, 100, 200,
Talk
400.
talk
I
talk.
did everything. I did the long jump. I didn't do triple jump. I did not do triple jump. I did long jump though. And I didn't do anything else besides that. Like any other field events I didn't do, but I did long jump though. And I did hurdles, 300 hurdles and 100 hurdles. I did almost every event sprint wise you can think of in high school.
What was your favorite event to run though?
um, it was iffy because when I first started running, my favorite event was low key the 300 hurdles,
Mhm.
but also the 200. But when I got to like my senior year in high school, my favorite event turned into the 100-meter hurdles flat out. That's it. Nothing else. I just wanted to do 100 hurdles and go home after that. That's
Get
it.
in, get out.
That's it.
Get
That's
in,
all.
get out.
In and get out, literally. Yep.
Okay, let's talk about your career. If you can really talk about your high school career, what year would you have said was your best year as an athlete?
That's hard because senior year I made it to states. So you can say that was one of my best years. But I feel like me feeling it physically and me seeing it physically, I want to say maybe 10th grade year, 10th grade, 11th grade year was like one of the best years I had because I literally could see the progress. I could literally see my times going lower and lower from like I can see my time for the hardest going from a 21 to a 19. Like that's how much of a difference I seen in my times type deal. Like so 10th grade, maybe 11th grade, one of the two. It's been a
Uh,
little while since I've been in high school, so I can't think for real.
uh,
But 12th grade for sure was just like a
like
I
a
did type deal because I went to states. But like me physically feeling it too, maybe like 11th grade, 10th grade.
okay.
Mhm.
Grace, let's talk about on Under the Hood Sports. We love talking about like the physical
Mhm.
and we love talking about careers and everything.
Right.
But also let's talk about the mental, like mentally. Like what was your mindset when it came to looking for schools and offers and different things like that? 'Cause I know how stuff like that can be. You feel me? Like
Right.
up and down, you know what I'm saying? But like
Literally.
facts, like when it coming down, because like let's be honest, when it come down to picking a school, you really like you about to grow up there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do a lot
Quick.
of growing.
Right.
And what went into you wanting to go and picking into your school? How was you mentally during that time?
let's just say the way my school is made, let's start there. The way
Mhm.
my school is made, it's a charter school, meaning they're strictly on pushing to have everybody accepted into a college regardless of how you feel. Literally,
Yeah.
that's the deadline to it. So we had a class called senior seminar.
Mhm.
Senior seminar is where we basically primarily focus on um being out of high school and planning for like the adult life and planning for college. That's all that class is about. So for us to graduate and pass that class, we had to apply to over 100 colleges. So,
Dang.
uh-huh.
That's insane.
Literally, like, but the thing was, she would split it up to where you would have to apply to 10 colleges every week or 5 colleges every week. So it wasn't that hard. And you had to at least get accepted by at least 10 colleges. I think it was like 10 or 20 colleges, something like that. You had to get at least accepted to them. You didn't have to get a full ride, but you had to get at least accepted to them. So it wasn't hard for you to at least get accepted by five colleges off the rack.
Dang.
So let's just say I had colleges in mind that I wanted to go to, but I really didn't really have an exact college be like, yeah, I want to go there.
Type stuff.
I didn't. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Just because of the fact that our school was so small, I knew one, we wasn't going to get the exposure we wanted to unless our coach helped us to get the exposure, and we never did. So my
Mm.
expectations are a little bit lower because I knew for a fact by my times and by not being really like not really being like notified and really pushed out to like different colleges and different divisions. I knew the low key law blow by myself because I just knew certain schools was not gonna prioritize me and my education at the same time.
Fact.
So, only reason why I found this school is because they found me, being honest. I
Really?
applied to them. I applied to them. I wholeheartedly applied to them. You ask me to this day, when did I apply to them? Do I remember applying to them? I'm gonna tell you no, because I don't remember applying to the school. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not remember applying to the school. That's how many colleges we applied to. I applied to. If I can go right now and get all of the applications that I applied to, it's gonna be a bag this big,
Type.
full of letters,
Type.
full of letters. I'm not lying to you. That's how many schools I applied to. So it was really the matter of the financial aspect,
Yeah.
the track aspect in the meaning of um was I gonna be able to run?
Mhm.
And then also the academic aspect and um did they have my major and how the environment was around. If the environment didn't look like something that I would probably be used to, or the environment looked like my environment here, I didn't want to go there just because I wanted something different. I wanted to give myself a better push
Yeah.
in life so that way when it came to my education, I wouldn't be so used to seeing the norm. I'm
That's
used to seeing the norm and the unnorm. I'm used to seeing different things now. I've been in two different environments, so I know what it look like.
mm.
So that's how I found that's how I got and made the decision to go to that school.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What do you got any advice for the young athlete who's trying to make that transition and that jump
Mhm,
to college and who's trying to specifically do your sport? What
mhm.
advice do you got for them?
Who trying to adjust, meaning they're going to college and they already got
Yeah.
accepted, or they're doing the process of trying to get into a college?
I would say let's talk about this. They're going through the process right now.
Okay, so they're applying and stuff like that.
Yeah, type thing. Yep.
Imma say this, if you're a track individual, look at your times, look at the times of the colleges that you're applying to. If you're only a junior right now, look at times that are higher than yours because you could potentially be at a different rate when you become a senior.
Mhm.
If you're a senior and you're looking at times, look at times that are similar to your times or maybe a little bit tad bit higher. Don't lowball yourself when it comes to time sometimes because sometimes the times that are on the school websites are not always valid
Yeah.
because of depending on the athlete, because you could be looking at a senior time that's in college that's about to graduate compared to a freshman time that's been there, that's just got there. If you compare them two, you'd be fine. And you
Mm.
make sure you talk to the coaches and listen to the coaches program.
Yeah.
If you have to listen to the coaches program, because you can think that you're in a great program, and then you start the program, and you don't see any benefit from it, and your time don't go down at all. Like, your time stay the same from when you left high school, and it hasn't went up or nothing like that. You haven't gotten fast or nothing. All because you think because you at a D2 school, you're gonna do better than if you was at a D3 school.
Hmm.
You could potentially go to a D3 school, get better, and transfer, and potentially go to a D1 school depending on how fast you getting gotten.
Yeah. Especially in the landscape where we in right now, like the
Exactly.
transfer portal, like you can easily
You can
become
easily
better.
go there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So those are the main things. And then also, school aspect wise, know what you want. Know if you want a quiet city. Know if you want a diverse city. Know if know what your major is. If you don't know what your major is, at least go to a school that has some type of interest, that has
Mhm.
interest in something that you would probably be interested in. They have the resources and everything for it. Um, yeah, I mean, that's really all I can say. And then figure out if you want to be close to your family or not. I didn't want to be close to my family. I'm 12 hours away. But it
Fact.
ain't gonna take me that long to get back to the house if I wanted to. I can drive back home. I don't have a problem with it. But if you want to be far away, look for schools far away. If you want to be close, look for school close.
A lot goes into it, type. Yep.
A lot goes. I literally can talk about this for hours. A lot goes into it. But just know what you want at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and make sure you fully do your research to the T. When I say ask as many questions as possible, ask as many questions as possible. Like, if you won't go wrong asking as many questions as possible. It'll help you more than it'll hurt you.
Dive deep into your first year. How was your first year on the track, off the track? How was it?
Let's just say we're gonna start with off the track. Off the track, my first year was pretty fun. I'm not gonna even lie to you. My first year was pretty fun. It was fun, but it was also a process, if that make any sense. So I wasn't used to the city, so I didn't get any good sleep for like a good month because it
Yeah.
was so quiet. Um, I did make friends. I ended up joining a dance team where I was like, they have like a little, like a, not like a line, like a process to
Mhm.
join the dance team. So I was in the middle of a process when I first joined. That was my freshman year. Classes was actually straight. Like, the classes was really easy. They were too easy. Made me think college was easy. It was too easy. And then what else? Okay, that's off track. On track, let's just say it was a little chaotic. Um, the coach that we was supposed to have left and didn't tell anybody.
Oh, yeah.
So the lady left and didn't tell anybody. My coach didn't know nothing about me until I came for orientation, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm interested into track." And he was like, "Okay, cool. Let me know, and I'm gonna give you information." Okay, cool. So that was his first year. That was my first year. So this is why I said this. It was chaotic, but it was a process. He wasn't supposed to be the coach. He was just supposed to be the assistant coach.
Real.
They end up hiring him and making him the intermediate coach for the time being, and then later on he became an official coach, whatever. Cool. So it was a process, but let's just say it was pretty cool because I started to really get the insight of being a college athlete, meaning we had group workouts, we had group lifting, we had like everything was grouped. Even Division 3 is grouped. Like, we had certain times we had to be in the weight room and workout. We had certain times we had to warm up, certain times we had to do certain things. Like, you got to be on your P's and Q's, and I realized that fast. It was cool. It was rough. It was rough. It was very, very rough. The workouts were pretty. pretty OD. Let's just say that.
Real.
They were OD, yeah. And I was kind of used to OD just because of my coach. My coach gave us crazy workouts in high school, so I was kind of slightly used to it. But certain workouts, like you would think that you'd be done, and he'd be like, "Yeah, there's some more to do." What? It's almost 6 o'clock. What you talking about? It's almost. What do you mean? We've been out here since 4. What do you mean? We got more to do. I'm tired. Um,
I'm living.
hey, but yeah, let's just say it was chaotic, but it was a process. I used to after class, and we used to go practice. We used to go. I think we used to go to practice first. We used to weight lift after practice. So after dying, we'll go work out in the weight room, die again. And then after I did that, I used to have to go all the way across the other side of campus to go and do my process for dance and step. This is all freshman year by itself.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
The freshman year was fun though, because I had the energy to do all that. Like it was honestly fun. It
type
was
stuff like you already knew like you wanted to do it, so like it was a smoother thing. So
yeah,
yeah, it was
definitely.
hard, but like you were able to maintain it all.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
okay, let's transition. Your sophomore year, how was because you just got a year under your belt, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And now you know what I'm saying, you in your sophomore campaign, how was
Sophomore year was crazy because of COVID. Because of COVID.
oh yeah, yeah.
So COVID came my freshman year, like my freshman year around like January. No, yeah, something like that. It was like before we even started spring break type deal. That's when COVID started and it kept going. So sophomore year was COVID season. Um, it was weird. We would work out, but we couldn't work out together. Like we had to have our mask on running. And when I'm talking about running, I'm talking about like we sprinting, you have to have your mask on. They don't care.
Yo,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Working out in the weight room, you have to have your mask on. You can be sweating and huffing and puffing. That mask come down, you're in trouble.
It got something for you.
What? And then when we had weightlifting at like certain groups had weightlifting at certain times because you couldn't have everybody in there at once.
Mm.
So that was difficult. Um, and I think was this my sophomore year? It was. So sophomore year, like I said, we were still working out, we were still doing stuff like that. But the season wasn't really officially started yet. We were just pre-working out and everything like that, preseason stuff. Um, we got news from the athletic director that a certain team, specific team in the athletic department basically caught COVID altogether. Like
No.
the entire team caught COVID apparently, and they were using a lot of equipment in the athletic athletic building. So
The
because of that,
department?
yeah. So because of that, everybody that was athletic wise went on lockdown for 2 weeks.
That's crazy. And I already know they weren't playing because
They weren't playing no games. What?
I already know they weren't
We
playing.
didn't go to class. We didn't really even have class. We had class online. I think
Yeah.
maybe some people had like 1 or 2 classes in person, but even then it was like a desk between each person. You couldn't go to dinner. Your dinner was delivered to you. Your lunch was delivered to you. If you wanted breakfast, it was delivered to you. You could not go out unless you was going to take a shower or going to use a restroom. Like they were not playing.
A real cell block.
What? Yeah, so we were stuck for 2 weeks
COVID
all
was
because of that. So this is why I say it was chaotic because it really was. And we I can't remember if we even did conference that year. I think we did, but it was crazy. Let's just say that. But that year didn't count for us. That year didn't count for anybody NCAA wise. So we got an extra year
hmm
for running. But Yeah, sophomore year was cool, but off track, like off the field or whatever, it was cool, but it wasn't cool because I was too relaxed in my room. Being strictly honest, I was too relaxed. I got too comfortable. Too comfortable. I didn't found shows I wouldn't have even found if it wasn't for COVID.
She
I'm
got a
just
whole little list.
what? I'm binge watching and everything. What? And
Then she saying we on 2 weeks anyway. We on lockdown anyway.
and then the school made did a full lockdown for the entire school for another month.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
they weren't playing no games. That's why I say it was crazy. But it the COVID did low key take a toll of my grades, all in all.
I believe it, yeah.
It really did. It did. It had me too comfortable. And then on top of that, my sophomore year, the first semester, I was not at school. I was at home. So my parents did not trust it, and I didn't trust it either. Whatever they said was cool with me. I was at home. So when I came back and then all that happened, I'm like, dang, when we gonna get time to train? I'm kind of out of shape. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They say you better train on your own.
What? But yes, but that mean, well, that's about it though. I mean, it was wild. Let's just say that it was wild. It was ups and downs. It was a lot of downs than ups. But that was most of sophomore year. Sophomore year was just a lot.
Okay. Finally, let's look at your junior campaign last year. How was that?
So junior year, um, junior year was technically last year, but we're gonna combine this year and last year because
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm taking it. I'm doing an extra year technically, so I still got another year to go.
Oh yeah, because of COVID
Mm-hmm.
type stuff. So like, okay, yeah, yeah, we're on the same page
I combine it though. It's cool. I combine it. So
for sure.
my actual real junior year, which was last year, junior year was pretty cool. Like junior year was straight. Um, as rest really when I started seeing the time difference. Like I was able to really perfect my hurdling skills. I'm perfecting like a lot of stuff. I was really getting in shape, getting to like where I needed to be at. School wise, I was getting the support I needed. Um, yeah, it was cool. Um, I made it. I was runner up in my conference for triple jump,
Mm,
and in hurdles I would have become a conference champion if it wasn't for the fourth hurdle. The fourth hurdle I tripped over because my foot didn't go all the way over and I fell. But
dang.
this but this is how I know I would have won because we had pre-trials. At pre-trials, everybody ran. And my time was I want to say my time was like a
Mm-hmm.
18 something. Everybody else's time was a 20.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's easy money.
It was easy. It was straight. What? I was flying.
Easy.
What? It was
Easy.
nothing. So when finals come, I'm not worried about it. But just
Fact.
about the fact that I failed. And that's why.
Oh yeah, that been easy money.
Yeah, it was. But it was cool though. Cause I got up. I definitely cried about it because that what? My
Wanted
pride
it.
hurt.
You
My pride
wanted
is hurt. What? My pride was hurt. I'm like, Priest Trials, I'm over there crying because I'm like, what? And there's no way I'm over here zooming like that. So finals come and I did that. What? I was so distraught and upset. They
it.
like, you got one more race to do. You want to do 4x4? I do 4x4. I'm thugging 4x4. Cool. I got bandages on the leg. Like the scar was this big to the white meat.
No,
To the white meat. I'm not lying. What?
it's crazy.
Wrap it up. And
Yeah.
it's hurting. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was hurting. But it was like because I was so upset about the previous race, I wasn't thinking about no hurt. I wasn't, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't thinking about no hurt. And
Mm.
then everybody else on my team, yeah. They like, you sure you good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. We finna figure this out. I think I was second, third led for about 4. And that was the fastest time I ever ran for about 4. My time was like a 105, 103.
Mm.
My normal times is 107, 109.
Killing.
with an injury.
We not.
So conference wise,
Yeah, yeah.
I was moving. I was straight junior year. I was straight junior year, and school wise, I was straight. I mean, I had certain teachers that just wasn't messing with me, but this year they just passed. Oh yeah, we locked in now. Grades going up. We stunned in. What?
Facts, facts. Gotta make that.
What?
You need all of that.
My advisor, we good now because I wasn't messing with my advisor at first. Being whole heart honest with you, I was not messing with nobody in my department when it came to my major. Nobody was really messing with me. Like nobody really liked me, and I felt like that was truly that was truly why. Because of I was an athlete. They really didn't like track athletes. Nobody from my department they liked at all. So I'm straight with them now. But the season that just passed, it was cool, but I took a break for academics for a while.
Mhm.
I took a little minute break for academics. And it helped me truly. I took a mental break from athletics and a spiritual break from athletics, and it really helped me overall, spiritual wise, and mental wise, and physical too. All the whole 9 yards. It really helped me taking a break. So if you need a break, take the break. Don't be scared. But it definitely helped. And even with that break and me training only for a month for conference, I still got third place in triple jump. I still placed either way it go.
Talk your talk. You feel me? Talk with a bum knee. Was that?
Yeah.
Was
Hey,
it? It wasn't knee. Was it?
man. Not the knee heel cool.
Uh,
Knee cool.
for
But it
sure.
was like a year last year, it was hurting. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was hurting. But this year, I'm straight. We good.
Nothing knee.
We thugging.
Facts.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about this grace, right?
Hmm.
You talked about that spiritual journey. You is a big believer in God and Christ. So tell the audience a little bit about like how God helped you during that moment in time.
So the year just passed. Let's just say, I was going through a lot. So it's almost like he knew that I needed that breaking moment. Like I needed to take a break from a lot of stuff. I took a break from dance, took a break from um track. I took a break from a lot of responsibilities that I had, unless I really needed to really do them. But if I didn't really need to do them, I took a break from it. Only thing that I was really worried about was my relationship with God, my responsibilities academic wise, and my responsibility as a resident advisor, and that's it. So I took a break. I think it was when my mom texted me and she was like, "You gonna do the fast?" And I was like, "I do the fast. Might as well do the fast. Like whatever,
I
cool. I'm gonna do
believe
the fast." So
it.
that's really where when I really started taking it serious. When the fast happened, I did the fast, the full fast until like the liquid part. Once I got to like the liquid diet, the liquid part of the fast, it ain't really work out with me too well. But I still like
It's a process. That's a
it's
process.
a process. I did the
Man,
first
that's a
day,
process for real.
and the first day had my stomach cramping up, and I was like, I'll go back to breads, like just breads by itself. It's not gonna work. I love you, God, and I'm trying. And that's all I can say for right now.
Call a timeout. We need a timeout on the liquid.
Man, but yeah, that's really where it really started at, like where it really started getting serious. After the fast, I was like, I feel relieved, like I feel like a release, like a tension was off my shoulders a little bit, like just a little bit, like the tension was like this, and it got down to this, just by a fast by itself. What? I'm like,
Different.
yeah, this is what I needed for a fact. Um, I still have friends that I hang out with that still want to party and stuff like that, but even with partying, I could feel the difference in the atmosphere and the environment and how I felt physically and mentally and spiritually. Like spiritually, I was not there. Like I really was just
Mm.
I'm just sitting, I'm just like, why? Like in my head sometimes I was just like, why am I here? Like this is not benefiting me at all. Why am I here?
I'm just here to be here. I'm saying.
I'm just here to be here.
Been there before. I've been there before for sure.
Yeah, like
Knowing, especially when you trying to live better and trying to go away from a lot of stuff you used to, you go back to that environment. It's like I'm here for no reason.
right, like
Wasting my time.
always, right. And it's like it gets boring and it doesn't really fulfill. Like at first when you first start partying and stuff like that, like
Right.
you turn.
Like
You wildin'. You out
on 10,
there.
you on 10 all the
What?
time.
Like you were like, well, I'm at the party, I'm at the club. What?
But
I'm gonna turn up. Like y'all don't know. Y'all ain't what? But then it got to a point where I'm just
you feel me?
like I don't want to be here. Like I just like if I need to work a party, I work a party. But me actually partying, like I don't see the enjoyment in it anymore. Like it's not fun for me no more. For real, to be honest with you, it's really not fun for me no more. And it don't it don't help with nothing at all. Um, that found that out, and then on another aspect, some spiritual was just telling me start finding the people that you need to really center yourself around. Start finding people that's actually trying to do the same thing that you're doing and trying to strive and look for me. Because if you don't find them people, you're gonna stay in the same cycle you're in now.
Same location.
You're gonna stay in the same, like I was talking about earlier. Like I was talking about your podcast.
You feel me?
And what y'all talking about friendship wise, like really like that's really like what it was. Like he was just like, you have to get to that point where people that are made in my image, you're gonna have to start really being with them and really connecting with them and getting advice from them and really growing with them or growing or letting them help you out and they helping you out, like vice versa. Like you're gonna have to get to that point, and if you don't get to that point, you're never gonna get the relationship with me that you want. And if that's not the case, then like I need that relationship. Like
Right.
it's chaotic without it. Like my grandma passed away in April.
Mm.
I never knew she was gonna pass away in April, but I did the fast before that happened. So I took a few days off, but ever since I've been fine. Like of course grievance is something like it's a long process, but it's not like I was broken to
Yeah,
pieces. Like
it's real.
I still had somebody to hold my back. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I knew somebody was holding my back, regardless if it was my parents, if it was my sisters. If they wasn't there, I knew God had me, and He was holding me like this. He like, you straight,
Mm.
you good. I prepared you for this, and I got you through everything beforehand. So you straight for real. And I think that's really why I really got into really getting into the spirit, really getting down to the nitty and gritty, like just being
Nitty
honestly,
back.
just being honest. Yeah.
Okay. On Under the Hood Sports, we talk a lot about goals. And
Hmm.
I honestly feel if you don't have a goal, where you go?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like you- going into this year, what are your goals for yourself? 3 goals you got for yourself.
Okay. My goal is one, I owe my coach a conference championship. So that's be my one goal, owing him that for the hurdles.
Like,
Um, I also owe him one for triple jump. So that's gonna be combined into one. That's gonna be one by itself.
fact.
So
We
owing that by itself for the championship for hurdles and triple jump.
mm-hmm.
Um, my personal goal is to be able to run without feeling like run feeling like I'm not tense, if that makes sense. So sometimes if you ever look at track runners or actually like listen to different podcasts on like the track ability and stuff like that, you're not supposed to run tense. And you're not supposed to run in the aspect where you're tense the entire time because your body can feel it and you can feel it in your head. I wanna run with a clear mindset,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I wanna run relaxed, but I wanna still run to the point where I'm running my top speed. So that's gonna be 2. That's 2.
Facts.
That's
Fact.
2.
That's a good one though.
3, yeah, 3, I just wanna have a team environment where I can rely on my teammate to hype me up if I need to get hyped up, and
Yeah.
vice versa. Like a whole team aspect, I want it to be just improved overall. Like how they be for football, I'm trying to be like that with track. What?
Family
That's
environment type stuff.
that's gang.
Yeah.
That's how it to be.
Yeah. Fact.
That's how I want it to be, and especially something to be team captain this year. Like I really want the environment to change. I want the team to be close because I know a lot of track teams, like Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, depending on what it is. A lot of them, as teammates, when they get older, they're still in contact to this day.
Yeah.
Like they still be in contact, depending on how your team was and how close they were. They're still in contact. They're going to each other's weddings. They're showing each other's babies to each other. Like they're still close with each other, even up to the coach.
That's real. That's how it should be
That's
though.
real. That's how it should be. So I just those are 3 things that I want. Definitely.
Facts. And especially when it becomes like a family environment, that's when winning start though.
That's
Like
where there
like
you go.
close, that's when winning starts though.
Yep. Exactly. Cause if you ain't got my back and you looking at me on the line, ain't nobody hyping me up, ain't nobody screaming my name, I'm not gonna be fully confident in how I run. Like all I got is myself and God. That's point, which I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that neither.
Nothing
Hey,
wrong with that.
that's
You
how you
feel
flow,
me?
that's how you roll, that's cool. But to even have a more support in your back is cool. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how somebody can compete even more because they have so much support behind them.
Facts.
Hmm.
Well, Grace, it's been a privilege. Y'all can catch her at Mary Baldwin University. Hey, they gonna be turned up this year.
Let me turn. Let me turn.
And, and Grace, you know I'm rooting for you. Well, I'm Johnny Hill. You feel me? This is Under the Hood Sports, and we are out of here.